Welcome to RE Uncut. Our daily shows are powered by CoreLogic and supported by Printforce, Rockend and Realty.com.au.
And back for the final in our series this week with Michael Sheargold. That website is michaelsheargold.com. And Michael today and I will be talking about listing 2.0. Forget the 1.0, we're up to 2.0. Michael Sheargold back with me in just a moment.
With the evolution of social media, marketing of property is no longer linear. Consumers are influenced differently. The Property Show is unique in that it empowers agents to connect with buyers and sellers through personalised content, social media and artificial intelligence. The Property Show delivers personalised, laser-focused marketing by combining new media, social media and audience targeting, and gives the agent a digital voice. See how well the Property Show works, and then let's get started telling the world about your property. See it now exclusively at realty.com.au.
Good morning once again, Michael Sheargold.
Good morning, Kevin.
The last in our series for this week's been a great week, Michael. We're talking about listing 2.0. Walk me through that.
Yeah, so Kevin, one of the things that, here's a smartphone, whether it be a Samsung or an iPhone or something. What the development teams in those organizations are looking at is what's the next release, what's the next upgrade. And a lot of the time, agents are falling into the trap is, well, this is my listing strategy, this is my listing appointment, and they're not looking as to what's next, what's the upgrade, what's the enhancement. Now, if we go back to what we talked about on Monday, it was really that mode of the team that plays to conditions best wins, and what's in your control, what's in your influence. So you start to look at that and say, all right, where are the opportunities for me to upgrade my listing appointment? And that might be in their office is everyone bringing their best listing thinking together and saying, let's do a brainstorm on this. Now, if you turn around and say, that's going to be too hard in our office, Michael, that's not going to happen. Well, find one other colleague that resonates with you and say, how would we take our listing appointment to the next level? And this might be, Kevin, looking at the objections and how well are we handling those objections? And, we coach our clients. Do you wait for an objection to come up, or do you actually tip it into the conversation? So sometimes you find out the objection after they've listed with someone else. This is the wrong time to find out about it, by the way. So you're better off to front load it. If that's actually occurring consistently, front load that and don't make it something you hide. Make it something that you bring into the conversation. I had a client the other day say to me, Michael, I've got this other agent who is really a hyper-local agent. They've sold 4 properties in the immediate area, and I've been recommended to this particular client. So, well, guess what you need to do? You need to table the fact is, look, if I was in your shoes, the question I'd be having is, will I go with the local agent that sold those properties around the immediate area, or go with someone who's been recommended, endorsed to you, who've got the track record and the strategy to get the job done? So today I'm going to actually address that with you. Not hide it, not pretend that issue doesn't exist, but bring it into play. So the 2.0, Kevin, is really an opportunity to think about it from a different point of view. And I think it'd be fair to say, and this happens a lot when, particularly in our agent coaching process, is I say, oh, can I have a look at your current listing tools that you're using in the market? Almost always, and this would be a 9 out of 10 response, is, oh, we're just upgrading that at the moment, Michael. I said, no. Give me what you are using today, right? Not what you might be doing, what you're doing today. But right now, I think, some people have got some time on their hands. This is the perfect time, Kevin, to say, if there was any time to upgrade your graphs, upgrade your information, upgrade your stats, maybe even upgrade your profile online. I had an agent, this is last year, and, on a phone call with him, actually, not a Zoom call. And I actually did a search on his name and brought up his profile and say, hey, what do you think of your profile online? Long pause. And I said, hang on, what are you pausing for? He says, I haven't looked at my profile for 2 or 3 years. And who is looking at profiles are potential sellers. Will I hire this person? So you've got to know how you're communicating, how you're looking. And yeah, there's no secret agent here, and definitely social is in the mix now. But I'll caution people to say that social is it, and they stop making calls, they stop having connected conversations. It's an and strategy, not an or strategy, that's going to make the biggest difference, Kevin.
Michael, can I take you, before we finish off this week and today, can I just take you to another area, and that is, the changing conditions. We've got a lot of pent-up demand now. Obviously, there are some sellers who are sitting back and waiting to see what is going to happen with the market. And we're looking at lockdowns in Victoria and so on. But at some point, probably very soon, we're going to see a lot of listings coming on the market that might exceed buyer demand. We're going to have some pretty tough conversations with sellers. That's an area we can be working on now, getting ready for it, Michael.
You absolutely, and those conversations are going to be price-based conversations. It's going to be remarketing conversations. We could see a blowout on days on market with these particular listings. We might see auction clearance rates shifting along those lines. What's interesting, Kevin, is we do have, and predictably, my crystal ball says we do have very low interest rates for a long period of time. So there is less pressure on someone to sell based on the stress of a mortgage in terms of an interest rate climb. So that's a positive to the market. The other thing that Aussies have, and New Zealand's have this too, is the she'll be right, mate attitude, where other countries around the world, they tend to panic sell or panic buy. We did a little bit on the toilet paper kind of front, just so we both get that into the conversation. But I think what I would be saying is that yes, we need to be totally fit and ready to capitalize on it. One other thing I was saying with listing 2.0, you've got to have a safety and strategy conversation. So the two most important things I'd love to cover off with you today is how do we look after the safety of you and after all of our buyers and our team, and how do we actually have the right strategy to make sure we achieve the highest sale price possible in this particular market conditions. And once again, back to what we talked about on Monday, playing to the conditions, we're going to have situations where we might need to let a seller know that this is how it looks. So we might list the property in these market conditions, and within 2 or 3 weeks, the market conditions could be radically different. So I think whether you run an auction campaign or private treaty or expressions of interest, you want to bring auction energy to everything that you do. And that means, in a private treaty, the first 2 weeks, well, no big deal. We've had 2 weeks of the 2 weeks is nothing in private treaty. In an auction campaign, 2 weeks, that's half the campaign. You've got serious energy in that first 2 weeks. So if someone can actually take that auction energy and bring it into a private treaty, I guarantee that will serve them well with this. But you're right, Kevin, upgrading our pricing conversations, upgrading our dialogue around being able to have some crucial conversations with clients around, well, where are we at in the campaign? Let's put a line in the sand. And back to the P's, is it presentation? Is it promotion? Is it the actual property itself, or is it price? And it's going to be one of those P's is going to get in the way of it being sold. The beautiful thing is, and I'd like you to take this on board for those listening, is there is no unsaleable properties in Australia and New Zealand. They're all saleable. So the question is, do we have the right mix of those 4 P's that are going to actually make the difference to create that flow?
What a wonderful way to end the week, Michael. So much great insight there into where we're headed. Michael Sheargold has been my guest. The website is michaelsheargold.com. Tremendous amount of material there to help you through this situation. Hey, Michael, always great talking to you, my friend. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.
The Daily RE Uncut Show is powered by CoreLogic and supported by Printforce, Rockend and Realty.com.au. Realty.com.au is where you will see all our shows. Real Estate Talk, The Property Show, Auction Update and of course RE Uncut. We are the home of property.